First topic. What's an adult problem you were not prepared for? The freedom, more like the inability to fall asleep at times when you wanted to. And then even if you do try to go to bed on time, you're an adult. You can't fall asleep, okay? There's too much stuff going on. If you have never sat and watched a kitten, not mind you, not a cat, a kitten. I mean, it's still a cat, but not like a grown adult, a cat, a kitten, devour an entire mouse, bones and all, other than the tail, and then walk away like nothing happened, that is the most surreal thing to watch in the world. What kind of thoughts keep you awake at night? I read that question, and immediately my first thought was, how the f do chipmunks fit that many nuts in their cheeks? How do they do it, bro? What do you find really weird? Myself. Yeah, I think that's a great answer. I feel like I had a prepared answer for that in my head. Why am I scratching my helmet like it scratches my head? I do that all the time, and I catch myself doing it. I don't know why. What is up, everybody? Welcome back yet again to the Blue Ninja Guy YouTube channel. Today we are going through Reddit yet again because I had a lot of fun doing it the last time that we did it, and today we're going to be going through we're going to be going through r/AskReddit, which is obviously a very popular subreddit, but I wanted to go and choose a couple of my favorite topics for the day, and we are going to be answering the questions asked on AskReddit in the ways that you probably weren't expecting, because it's me and it's my brain, and my brain works in wondrous ways. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy. If you do, make sure to let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below, and if you enjoy this type of video, make sure to let me know, because I already enjoy loving making these. I'm loving making these types of videos. And hello, truck making noise in my introduction. Sorry. I'm loving making these videos and going through and preparing them already, so I hope that you guys do enjoy them. As well, please consider subscribing to the channel. That is the best way to support me. And with no further ado, let's jump in and answer some of these wild-ass questions from Reddit. Alright, everybody, here we are, out on a bike. Tradition, as always. You already know how it is. We are going to start her up. Here we go. Wait, hold on. Gotta open the visor so y'all can hear it. Oh, isn't that beautiful? I'm wearing a little bit of paint off of the exhaust, but damn! Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. All right, here we go. I got some hot topics pulled up for you guys today. Not really hot topics, more like hot questions. We're gonna take a be fun route. Dude, words are so hard already. We're not off to a good start. I messed up the intro and outro about like 800 times, and I can't even start talking the first 5 minutes of this video, but here we go. Woo! I got a lot of energy today. I'm really excited. It's been a while since I've been on my bike, and I'm so excited. It's a beautiful, fantastic day, like low 70s degrees. It's amazing. The sun is shining. It's a Thursday, so there's not a lot of traffic out. As I say, there's a lot of trucks coming this way, but it's just beautiful. It's just great, and I'm ready to ruin it by scrolling Reddit. All right, we're gonna jump right into it. First topic. What's an adult problem you were not prepared for? See, it took me a minute when I read that the first time to think about it, because like your normal answers are going to be like money, adult responsibilities, going to work, waking up on time. No, you know what mine was that I wasn't really prepared for? And I don't think that this is something that like you could necessarily prepare yourself for. I don't know. I have two answers to this question, really. They kind of go hand in hand. First is the freedom of your time entirely. Yes, you have to get up and go to work. Yes, you have to do things. Yes, you need to be a functioning adult and take part in society and do things for the benefit of yourself and to be a decent human. But there's nothing making you do that. There's nothing making you get out of bed every morning and go to work. There's nothing making you, when you come home, to do the dishes or to make dinner and don't just cop out and make a turkey sandwich, or don't make a TV dinner, to actually like do something healthy. There's nothing forcing you to do anything responsible, because there's just not. I mean, and it was kind of that way when you're kids. Like, there's nothing forcing you to do your homework. There's nothing forcing you technically go to school. But your parents are waking you up and telling you go to school. They give you chores that you have to do. You have to do things to do this. You have rules to follow to do this. There are certain ways that things are done in your house. Once you become an adult, if you don't feel like it, you don't have to follow through with any of that. So, like, the freedom of, like, it's up to you to be a good human kind of fucking sucks. And now, second point to that, the other thing that I wasn't prepared for was the freedom, more like the inability to fall asleep at times when you wanted to, and the fact that you don't really have a bedtime, so nothing's forcing you to go and lay down at bed at a decent hour. Okay? Because, like, for those of you that grew up like I did and had a bedtime until you were of decent enough age to reasonably make your own decisions, and then you still had school and other things, so you kind of went to bed at a decent time anyways, or you learned the hard way and stayed up all night, was tired, and decided it was a good idea to get sleep. But, like, again, there's nothing forcing you to go to bed at a bedtime, and then even if you do try to go to bed on time, you're an adult. You can't fucking fall asleep, okay? There's too much stuff going on, okay? It's not easy to just sleep anymore as an adult. I wasn't prepared for that. I'm telling you, dude, I could sleep anywhere, anytime, in any situation when I was younger. I can't do that anymore, and I miss that, because now I'm just tired all the time of making decisions because I'm an adult. Yeah, there was that. That was the first one, so we're hitting them hard early on. Oh, we're off to a great start. What happened to the weird kid in your high school class? You're looking at him. Yeah, no, for real. I was never like the go-to class clown, and I was never like the weird kid in school, but I was definitely the jokester, weird enough kid to where I was also considered a weird kid, if that makes sense. And I was never upset about it because I never really cared. I didn't care about popularity. I didn't care about having massive friend groups. I didn't care about none of that. I was a skater kid when I was in high school, and I was a band nerd when I was in high school. That's all I did. I did band, I worked, and I skated. I had a group of friends that I went and skated with. We went out to the movies. We did stupid shit in Target and Walmart. You know, just normal teenage shit. But when I was in school, I just didn't care enough about anything like that. I, you know, walked in and kept to myself. Always had earbuds in. Always listening to music. Kind of doing my own thing. But whenever I felt like having the energy to be the class clown, I did it and kept people entertained. And the teachers hated me. So there you go. Average quiet weird kid, I guess you could say. But I was also, you know, the band nerd and other things like that. So I wasn't the popular kid, but I also wasn't like the weird kid that sat in the back of the class studying Minecraft how-to guides. So, you know, I was kind of in the middle. And on the other note, like the actual weird kids in my class, I have no clue. I haven't kept in contact with almost anyone from high school. Every single one of my friends, other than one of them, I have met after high school. All of my friends and people that I associate with now are way older than me, weirdly enough, or kind of in my same age range, but didn't go to the same high school. So yeah, I don't really have an answer for that other than I'm the weird kid. Sorry, I went a little hard in on that topic. All right, what's the next one? What's a feeling you can't describe until you've experienced it yourself? I had an answer that came to mind when I read that. And you guys are, if you've never experienced this, you're not going to understand what I'm talking about, which is obviously the point of the question. But if you have experienced this, it's going to click in your mind that that's not something you can explain to somebody, the feeling of when you get this, okay? If you have never sat and watched a kitten, not, mind you, not a cat, a kitten. I mean, it's still a cat, but not like a grown adult cat, a kitten, devour an entire mouse, bones and all, other than the tail, and then walk away like nothing happened, that is the most surreal thing to watch in the world, okay? I was told about it by my family because they watched one of our kittens do it. And then one morning I was out on the porch, just chilling out, and the mama kitty, which we named her Mama brought him a mouse. He sat there and ate the entire thing. You heard him crunching on the skull and the bones and everything, and just left the tail, and then walked away like nothing was wrong, and just went back to being himself. Sat there and defiled an entire mouse, ate the entire thing. You sat there and heard him crunch on every bit of it. There was nothing left other than the tail. If you've never watched a kitten do that, I can't describe the feeling that it gave me. It was wild. Not okay anymore. I feel like I've seen some shit now. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, if you've never experienced that, you know, I can't explain it. You just have to watch it. And if there's any of you out there that have watched something like that happen, you understand the odd feeling that you get from it. So yeah, there you go, random person on Reddit. I answered your question. Probably the best of my ability. Probably. If you could have any one superpower, what would it be and why? I'm gonna go back to my introverted ass not enjoying going out in public. The superpower ability that I would choose if I could have any ability in the world, okay, would be the ability to be invisible to anyone out in public if I chose to, if I like wanted to go out, if I had to go out and go grocery shopping per se, okay? I would love to go out, be invisible to everybody, not actually invisible because that's creepy, but ignored by everybody unless I chose to interact with them first. And then, you know, that goes from there. I would love to just walk into a grocery store, get all of my get all of my grocery shopping done, not have a single interaction or interruption from another human being, and not have anyone look at me or talk to me or acknowledge me until I went to the checkout. Hopefully there's a self-checkout. I self-checkout and I walk out and I go home. Successful day. If it was a checkout, I interact with the person at the checkout and then that's it. Go home. Successful day. That would be amazing. That superpower is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about superpowers, if it even is one. And now I wanted to put it on the map. So yeah, that would be my superpower. I don't want to fly. I don't want to have Superman's ability. I don't want to be able to shoot the little spidey webs out of my arms. I don't give a shit about none of that. No. I want to just be invisible when I go out in public to a point that I don't have to interact with people. Yeah, there you go. What is your favorite color of cat? Orange cat. Also black cat, but I have two different reasons. Favorite, like most entertaining to watch and chill with, orange cats, because they're not chill at all, and no matter what you do or what they do, it's always going to be entertaining, and there's going to be no explanation for the way that they act. If you have an orange cat, or if you have had an orange cat, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go just look up orange cat compilation, and 15 minutes later you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. Other answer, black cat, because who doesn't just love having a black cat? I mean, that's simple. They're both tied for first. Every cat is amazing. I love cats. Cats are beautiful. I love cats. I love animals in general. But when we're talking about the topic of cats, I love cats. And that's not a bad thing. So yeah, color of cat has to be tied for orange and black. Any other opinion that you have is wrong, respectfully. Yeah. Okay. This one, I don't have an answer. I mean, I have lots of answers for it. And I might go through one of them, but the reason I screenshotted this one, same as like the last time that I did it on my last video, I screenshotted it for the first response, which is amazing. And I'm not gonna out this person, but this comment is amazing and it makes me so happy. Okay, I gotta lift my thingy up. Hi person, male person. Okay, what is a weird thing you and your significant other do together? Okay, we all know that one thing, and if you don't have a significant other, or you know, don't currently have one, but you had a weird thing, think about maybe your best friend. Like, what is the one weird thing that you do with your significant other or your best friend? Okay, we all know that one thing. Okay, now whatever the fuck it is nothing in comparison to this top comment. We like smush our faces on each other's with really wide eyes and say, "Can you see me now?" And then the other says, "No," and then the one of us goes straight back to our normal voice and says, "Blunt bitch." That is so funny, and I don't know why. That is something that like everybody. I want to try this with Joy now, and hopefully before she watches this video and knows that it's coming, or if she watches it, hopefully she forgets about it. I want to try it. I want to smush my face against hers and just yell, except I won't say bitch, because I don't call her a bitch. That's just something I don't do. I'll never call her a bitch, never have. She wants me to. She tries to get me to. She tries to trick me into it, but I won't do it. I just don't like that term. Anyways, whatever your answer was, nothing in comparison to that. Those people, I commend that couple, because that is fucking great. That right there is happiness in a relationship, single-handedly. Me and Joy have a lot of our weird things, though. But we're just weird in general, you know, so it's not really like, I can't like pinpoint it down to one thing. We're constantly doing weird shit around each other, and it's amazing. I love it. I love my relationship with her. Anyways, moving on. What kind of thoughts keep you awake at night? I knew exactly what I was going to answer to this when I read it the first time. Some of these I have to sit and think about a little bit to come up with a proper response, because I have a couple where I don't know exactly what I want to say or how I want to word it. This one, I know exactly what it was as soon as I read it. And this can give you an input into my mind. I read that question, and immediately my first thought was, how the fuck do chipmunks fit that many nuts in their cheeks? How do they do it, bro? Why do they do it? What is that? How is that possible? Why? I don't understand. How do they fit so many nuts in those tiny little cheeks of theirs? Because, like, I'm jealous. No. I am. I'm not. I'm not. But beside the point, how do they do it, bro? They're such tiny little creatures, and nuts are pretty big compared to them. Like, 2 would be like a reasonably impressive number for an animal that small. No, them bitches fit like 13 in there. Okay, I haven't looked it up. I don't really know how many it is, and obviously it probably compares to the size of the chipmunk. But like, what is that, bro? What is that? Why are they doing that? Why are they doing that? I don't understand. It makes 0 sense to me. I really don't like it. I don't like it. We're gonna drive past the covered bridge. Just took a turn. Anyways, yeah. If it doesn't keep you up at night, if that thought hasn't kept you up at night before, it will tonight. So you're welcome. I just know that in the middle of the night tonight, we're both gonna be staring at our fucking ceilings in silence, trying to fall asleep, thinking about how chipmunks fit that many goddamn nuts in their cheeks. Anyways, I digress. What is the purest, most innocent thing in the world? There isn't one. You know why? Because Rule 34 exists for everything, or some weird fetish exists for everything. Okay, and I've been ruined to that fact, and it's awful, and I hate it, and it should not be a thing. It's ridiculous. Anything that was once innocent will be made not innocent in 15 seconds on the internet. The internet exists so nothing can be innocent anymore. And if you think of something right now, like, no, I know of this thing that can be innocent. No, it's not. I promise you somebody has fetishized it. I promise you. I digress. That's my new favorite word, by the way. It has been ever since I learned it the first time. What was the worst movie you've ever watched? I'm probably not going to give the answer that you all are expecting. I have watched this movie 3 times. I remember them because all 3 of them felt like fever dreams. I watched it the first time out of curiosity because everyone said it was bad. It was bad. I watched it a second time to see if it was actually as bad as it was, or if I just didn't watch it with an open mind. It was worse the second time, and then I watched it a third time with Joy so she could experience what I experienced. It's Winnie the Pooh, Honey and Blood and Honey. Is that what it's called? Blood and Honey? The horror movie for Winnie the Pooh that came out like 5 days after he became free royalty. Awful. Worst movie ever. Literally, I could have made a better movie. And I have no clue how to make a movie. I've never made a movie. Winnie the Pooh looks like they went and got a golden bear mask from Party City. And they just cover him in a lot of wet slime. I covered bridge that's locked down for absolutely no reason, and I wanted to file it. The lockdown, not the bridge. I love you, bridge. You're so beautiful. I miss you so much. I will have memories with you again, I promise. I miss you. Yeah, no, that movie's awful. If you haven't watched it, please watch it, because it's funny. It's not even scary. It's actually funny how bad that movie is. I laugh out loud at it every time I watch it. I'm probably never going to watch it again, but it is absolutely terrible. It's awful. It's horrible, and I love it for that reason. But it's actually the worst movie that I've ever seen. Definitely the worst movie that I've ever seen. What is your favorite way to say shit? Are you shitting my little dick right now? I'm not kidding. I say that all the time. I can't remember if I've ever talked about that on live or not. But that's like my thing. I don't know. Whenever I get, like, whenever something happens, or like I'm playing a game and something happens to me, or like I see traffic up ahead of me and I'm out working or whatever, I'm just like, are you shitting my little dick right now, dude? Like, genuinely. Like, I don't know. Joy hates it, but also finds it funny at the same time. So there's that. Yeah, that was a quick topic. Which show starts at a 10 out of 10 but ends as a 1 out of 10? I know what answer I'm going to give. You all are going to completely disagree with me, and I even disagree with my own answer, but I'm going to respond with this answer because it's the only proper one if you've ever seen this show. Death Note. Yeah, a lot of you just who have seen that show are probably scratching your heads. I've watched it, I think, 50-something times at this point. Like, genuinely, I have watched that show over 24 times, guaranteed. Probably more to 3 or 4 dozen times. I just watch it all the time. I literally think I watch it once a month. It's such a good show. I love that show. The only thing that makes it end as a 1 out of 10 for me is that Light Yagami dies in the end, and he didn't win, and he's hot as fuck, and he should have been the god over the new world because his idealism, like, I don't care if it's morally wrong. He's hot, he's smart, and he did it all so successfully, and he was brought down by the other people around him that were forced upon him that he had no choice but to give other people his powers because another fucking Shinigami decided to bring a notebook to the fucking human world. Yeah, anyways, I digress. And you can think I'm a bad person for that. That's fine. I don't think I'm a bad person for it because it's an anime. It's not real. It's not real life. It's a show. It's fiction. So I want my fictional world to be messed up. and led by him. What single object, if sent back in time, would have the greatest effect on the future? I had to sit and think about that for this one for a minute, but once I thought about it, I think I have solved this question. I think I have the single greatest answer for this question. You wanna know what that is? Imagine sending a modern day Karen back in time. Think about it for a minute. You're like, why would we torture them with that? No, you're wrong, okay? We send them back in time, okay? Karens back then would not be tolerated like they are now, okay? Karens back then would be such a nightmare and would be so eradicated, okay, that they would cease to exist in modern day. If someone like a Karen existed back in time, then their story would have lived on and they wouldn't be real anymore. There would be folklore around the horror of a Karen, and they wouldn't exist anymore. They would have been scared out. They would have already, Darwinism would have already taken effect on Karens, and they would be gone if they had existed any sooner in time. So, yeah, that would be a great impact on the future, is if we sent Karens back and then they just don't exist anymore. But I think I've solved that. I think I've solved that one pretty well. I think I have a pretty good answer for that one. What do we got now? How do you get the line of dirt left by a dustpan? I think I have a pretty great answer for this one. You can agree or disagree if you'd like to. That's completely your own opinion. But if you ever smoked a cigar, which I haven't, obviously, I'm a completely innocent, perfect, good little Christian boy. No, I'm just kidding. If you ever smoked a cigar, you smoke a cigar, but you don't actually like inhale the smoke. You just like hold it in your mouth, taste it a little bit, and go back out with it. You do the same thing with that little bit of dust that's left by a dustpan. You don't actually inhale it. You just go by it like a line of cocaine, but not actually, you know, snorting the cocaine. You're just like, you know, putting it all up in your mouth, not in your nose, and you just hold it there. You go to the trash can and just puff it out like a puff of smoke into the trash can. Boom, dust is gone. Thank you. You're welcome. I just solved all of your cleaning problems right there. No more little lines of dust in your house anymore. Why am I so weird? What do you find really weird? Myself. Yeah, I think that's a great answer. I literally just got done saying I was weird. I feel like I had a prepared answer for that in my head. Why am I scratching my helmet like it scratches my head? I do that all the time, and I catch myself doing it. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't really have a good answer for that one. I thought I did before. I guess myself. Yeah. Also, just the internet in general. The internet's a weird place. I've kind of mentioned that a couple times already, but the internet is just a really weird place. Yeah, we're going to leave it at that. What is your biggest fear for the future world? To run out of chicken. This is a really serious topic that I don't think people are talking about enough. Everyone is weaning out chicken out of their restaurants, and I think it's because the chicken shortage is real, and I think we're going to run out of chicken in the next couple years, and we're going to make them go extinct, and I'm no longer going to be able to eat chicken anymore, and then I'm not really going to have a reason to eat food anymore, because the only thing that I like to eat is chicken. So I'm really scared of the fact that chicken won't exist anymore, and we really need to fix this problem. Somebody please save my chicken. God save the chicken. What movie quote do you think about way too often? I'm only an elected official. I can't make decisions by myself. So for those of you who don't know, I'm a massive Night Before Christmas fan, and I watch that movie all the time. I literally put that movie on ironically all the time, and I watch through it, and it's great, and I love that movie. I'm not an elected official. However, I am an adult who has to make decisions, like we discussed earlier. I don't like making decisions. So whenever something comes up that's like kind of a decision that I have to make, importantly, in my mind, I go, I'm only an adult. I can't make decisions by myself. But obviously you know, I'm only an elected official. I can't make decisions by myself. That's probably not the answer that you were expecting. The first comment on here is just keep swimming, and that's probably what 90% of you said, because that is one of the best movie quotes of all time, and it's great. But no, my brain obviously had to go somewhere else. If denim was never blue, what other colors would be just as versatile? None of them. There are no colors other than blue. The only color that exists is blue. Blue is fantastic. Blue rules everything. Yeah, so there is no option for it to be other than blue, because blue is the only color for it. I digress. If you could be any character from a movie, what would it be? I would be Hiccup from How to Train Your Dragon, because I'm basically already Hiccup from How to Train Your Dragon, except I ride motorcycles and I make stupid videos on the internet instead of saving the world. But we're pretty much the same thing. So, like, yeah, I would be Hiccup from How to Train Your Dragon. So, yeah. Okay, these next ones are going to kind of be, like, slightly more serious. I just have really wholesome answers for it, just to kind of end on a positive note. What's a small everyday gesture that means a lot in a relationship? To me, it's compliments, and I compliment Joy all the time, even if it's just little ones, and it always makes her smile. And there's nothing that shows you that you are still in love with your significant other than just complimenting them every day, because, you know, I think some people get dry in their relation, not dry, but they kind of just, a lot of people lose that spark or that little bit of, you know, romance. So just compliment them. Tell them they're pretty. Tell them they look great. Compliment something about their outfit. Tell them that you love them for being them. Tell them that something that they did makes you happy. You know, simple things like that. What is the surest way to become more attractive? Be yourself. Don't try to please others. Do something that makes you happy, and your happiness will spread to somebody else who likes you for being you. I think I've said that in multiple videos, is to just be yourself. But that is honestly the greatest piece of advice that I think I have for that. And that is all of the topics that we have today, and we are pulling up on my stopping point, which is perfect. So I hope you guys enjoyed all of those topics and all of my answers for things like that. I am now going to let Outro Blue take over while I pull up here and take a breather for a minute, and yeah, I'll catch y'all in the outro. Alright, welcome back everybody. This is the outro to the video. Thank you all so much for watching this point if you did. I hope you enjoyed some of my random, wild thought processes on some of the questions that random people like you on the internet decided to ask, and I decided to answer them in my way that I saw fit, even though nobody asked for it. Anyways, like I said, I do hope you guys enjoyed. If you watched to this point in the video, comment. What are we gonna have you guys comment this time? Because you guys have all been watching through and commenting things, and I'm kind of really enjoying it. Why am I getting a call? Sorry for that interruption. That was my sibling. Comment if you watch to this point in the video. Say hello, Blue's sibling. Anyways, as always, like, comment, subscribe, all the normal things. You guys already know how it is. Thank you so much again. Continue to spread the joy. I love you all very much, and I will see you in the next video. Peace!